Once a month, you'll need to record deposits, pay bills, and create paychecks for each payee in your system. In RPM, we call it Execute All. It is the most powerful feature in RPM, so it requires a solid path of preparation. Normal operations, as we showed you in another video, is the best preparation for execution, but there are now some specific tasks we need to undertake. Let's start with the pre-execution checklist. You can find it on this page or on the reports page. This list details the tasks you should perform before execution. I suggest printing it and checking off the items as you complete them. First, open and print the Payee Income Report. Then open the Payee Notes Report and see if there are any notes that need attention before execution. Susan is moving to a new place in October. Well, we're about to run October, so that bill needs to be changed. Let's do that. Click on her name and click on her rent bill. I already created the vendor, so Rooms Express will be in the list. Select the name and change the payment to $210 and the memo to the new room number, 42. Since that amount is $140 less than her last rent amount, we'll need to increase her payment override amount by $28. Or will we? Let's check the back payment. $7.19 over the next 25 weeks isn't very much. We have $186 to spend by March of next year. Not a big worry. However, notice we have a 5-week month, and the override is only $3.60 over the system calculated amount. Next month, we'll only have 4 weeks, and the system will calculate $120 per check. We'll need to up the override next month, but for now, we'll set it at $100. Back to the Payee Notes. The second note is about the check for $125 that I need to have ready next week. Why don't I go ahead and write the check? Click on Susan and click to open the check form. Select the 21st, pay to the order of Susan for $125, add a memo, shopping trip, select the account, personal, and click Save. One more check of the Payee Notes report and we find nothing else needs our attention, so we go back to the checklist. We'll go to the home page to see if there are any missing bill payments, and we have one for Frank. Let's pay it and move on to the Execute page. We're in the home stretch. We need to go through each payee to make sure everything looks right. A scan of the first column shows me some bills that are excluded due to a variable amount. We don't have the statement yet, so we'll pay those later. Also, a problem with David. He will have a negative balance of 45 cents after execution and will be excluded because of that. Let's click on his name to fix this. I'm going to remove the payment override so his balance will return to 0. Back to the Execute page, and a quick look at Bonnie shows us she will be getting a back payment and has checks limited to $100 each. So she'll be getting 2 checks per payday, a $100 and a $30 check. Obviously, the more payees you have, the longer your scanning will take. But don't lose sight of the presentation details you get for each payee. What else would you need to know? Now that we've completed the scan, the final points of the checklist are done. So we'll click Execute All. When it's done, it'll take us to the Exports page, where we can export it to QuickBooks. As usual, notice the grand total at the top. This will be the new total in QuickBooks. For those of you who are more paranoid, you can take your QuickBooks total and subtract or add the total difference, and the number should match the grand total. Click Create Export File, download the file, and import it into QuickBooks. Confirm the totals match and click Import Successful. Now from QuickBooks, you can choose the checks you want to print. Not a good idea to print them all at once, but as you need to send them out. It would not be unusual to have to change check amounts or some other attribute. But if you change an amount, be sure to also change the amount in RPM so the balances match. If you're trying to manage your payees using only QuickBooks, this should rock your world. And as we said in the video on normal operations, this creates a new normal for you. With new features being developed, RPM can only continue to get better. If you have any questions or comments about RPM, please send us an email at support@ibsoft.org. We would love to hear your questions and comments about how we can make RPM even better. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. I hope you will also take advantage of watching the other videos. RPM, Real Payee Management, designed for the job.